Okay. Ty Simpson doing work. I mean, look, the video you are about, viewer discretion. The video you are about to see contains a graphic of a quarterback that is elite. Contains video of a quarterback that is not slated to start at Alabama. A quarterback that is damn good, okay? Who has the biggest YouTube channel for a single school, Colorado? I'm sure. No, it is Bama Football on YouTube. You're here. Yeah. Out of all the YouTube channels that focuses on one school, I think we're the biggest. So, and I started from the ground up, so it's kind of been like, a work in progress. Corey, what's up, man? We're about to talk about Ty Simpson. Okay, viewer discretion advised. Here's that clip of Ty Simpson. All right, so I'll kind of run it back one time. And when you look to Ty Simpson and what he brings in terms of his overall athleticism, this guy has it, okay? And I know every time we talk about the quarterback here, it's a hot topic because you have not one, two, you have three damn good quarterbacks here. And Austin Mack will grow into a quarterback. And I don't know if Austin Mack could pass Dylan Lonergan this spring. I'm not sure. But Ty Simpson is an elite quarterback. Okay? He could start probably anywhere else in the country. Credit to him for not being a spoiled, entitled brat to chase NIL money to leave Alabama. It takes one season. We understand that Jalen Milroe is the guy right now at Alabama, okay? Does that mean that there's not a quarterback competition? There's always a quarterback competition. There's competition at every single position, every single day, okay? 5 Adam, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box, okay? There's competition at every position. Jam Miller is battling right now with Justice Haynes. The wide receivers, Jeremy Bernard is battling with Kendrick Law, okay? I promise you, if you have played competitive sports, you are always competing with somebody else on your team. Whether you want to say it or not, you are competing. Ty, I promise you, look, I don't have the facts on this. I don't seen the text messages, but I can only imagine the calls that his father got and that Ty got himself to leave Alabama in December, in January, when the portal opened. I promise you. Okay. Ty Simpson staying says a lot about his character, says a lot about his ability to be coachable. And we always go back to the fact that it just takes one season for a quarterback to really go off, to command the team, and to land up as a top 15 pick in the NFL draft, maybe higher. Ty has what a lot of NFL programs want, and that is an athletic quarterback that has a cannon, that can move around, that understands the schematics, is smart. I mean, Ty has it all. Okay, you have two quarterbacks right now at Alabama that are elite. Okay, I know there's a group out there that doesn't feel that Jalen Milroe is capable of having this team win a championship. I disagree. Jalen Milroe has everything that you want. If Jalen Milroe was to leave Alabama, there would be people that were like, okay, we still have Ty, but you understand the gravity of a player like Jalen Milroe and the impact. He will be the number one player that everybody plays with on this video game that's coming out on July 16th, okay? There's no more exciting player than football than maybe Travis Hunter. You have Jalen Milroe and Travis Hunter. That's it. Ty Simpson's a baller, okay? And you are set at quarterback for the next couple of seasons, for sure. It's a really good problem to have. Glenn, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Thank you so much. And I understand when I think about Ty Simpson, I said this yesterday on my show, I think about 4 different times that I've seen him. Okay, the 2 games in the spring, right? Two springs ago, this last spring football game, and the different elements that he showcased about his overall playing ability. And I think about the game against Kentucky, and I think about the game against South Florida. Okay, South Florida came in, sloppiest game I've ever seen from Alabama football since I've covered the team in 8 seasons, and he was able to gut out that victory. It was sloppy, it was wet, the team wasn't playing well, the team was divided, the fans were divided at that time. He didn't care about any of that outside noise. He did what he had to do, and that was win a football game against South Florida in Tampa. He's been low-key. He hasn't ran to the media and complained. He hasn't griped during any of this process. Credit to him. There's been another player that didn't do that as well. He was a man of character, a man who was stoic, and that is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, when he lost his position to Tua Tagovailoa, never griped, never complained. He was a teammate, and that is rare. And that's why I'm so proud of Ty Simpson as a man, because he was able to basically just continue to work on his craft and block out the outside noise. Ty, you're supposed to be the starter. Ty, you're better than Jalen Miro. Should be Ty starting. He's not listening to any of that. He's working. He's working on his craft. Love that. And I love Jalen Hurts, and I love how he handled that entire process, right? Exactly, Southern Red. What's up? Good morning to you. I appreciate you. Ty's maturity. He is a man. He understands. He has good coaching. He has good parenting. He understands the long-term process. And I think sometimes when we get short-sighted and we think about the short-term value of small NIL, then, that kind of takes us off our trajectory of a long-term play, which is a big-time NFL contract. So, yeah, one of the best, stories that I saw was the way that Jalen Hurts handled himself through adversity. And I think sometimes when we look at ourselves through adversity, it's easy to throw in the towel. It's easy to be a sad clown. It's easy to play the poor me's, right? This guy's better than me. This guy's this. No, you're not entitled to automatically be the starter. You're not entitled to continue to be the guy if you're not performing at the highest level on the field, or if somebody's better than you. That's not how the world works. So the people that have earned their spots based off their own merit, credit to them. Ty Simpson will get his opportunity. Ty Simpson has a high ceiling. This guy is very, very talented. Whenever he is called on for Alabama, he will rise to the occasion, and you will be completely satisfied with him at quarterback. Saying yes. Sealed lips on that one, Max Tooney. Okay, Touchdown Alabama. Really good. They have a YouTube channel as well. They have good talent. It's a long-standing brand, right? Touchdown Alabama. Everybody knows that. They tweeted out this photo this morning on their Twitter account of Bryce Young. And they're like, Bryce Young looks to put on some weight. I have never seen Bryce Young look jacked, ever. He's kind of been, he's been thin. It's just not part of his overall physique. So when I saw this photo, Bryce has been putting on some work. He's much bigger. And I cannot wait to see the growth of Bryce. Look, anybody, he does look swole, right? Whoa, and he's not slow. And with his ninja-esque mentality, how is that going to translate? I think that's going to be great. So, look, anybody who would have went to Carolina would have been in trouble from the quarterback position. And I feel it must have been a year of growth for Bryce and his family to be able to watch him for the Carolina Panthers, okay? Because he literally played with no offensive line. Emmanuel, what's up? There was nobody. He was out there playing with, I don't know, his offensive line was subpar. If Carolina loads up and they start, developing around Bryce, I still believe that Bryce can be a very productive quarterback in the NFL. For many different reasons. Number one is Bryce has a skill set because, I was going to say you can't get to him, but with the offensive line like that, my goodness. But he's too smart. He's still a playmaker. And I think you put Bryce at any other, NFL team, he's going to continue to flourish. I like the fact that he's put on weight. He probably had to because their offensive line is still subpar. Kevin chiming in right here. I live in Charlotte and only 3 miles from the Panther Stadium, and the excitement for the new season is palpable. Yeah, I understand it, man. I bet you. Because you have Bryce Young. You understand how good he is. He was the first pick in the NFL draft. The first time ever a player has been drafted from Alabama in the first round. Jarvis says, all Bryce has known is winning football. Exactly. Yep. I don't like that. I'm telling you, that must have been very, very difficult. Jonathan is saying get him players that will work with him and he'll win a Super Bowl. Bryce having is, you know what? Thank you, Undefeated, for supporting Bryce. It's good to see kind of the feedback in here because, man, sometimes when and I look at all the characteristics of the quarterbacks that I've covered here at Alabama, they have all been special in their own way. They have all had a high sense of maturity. They have all been intelligent. They have all represented the university extremely well. And look, this is going to say a lot, what I'm about to say, because the quarterbacks that I've covered are the following quarterbacks, okay? Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, Mac Jones, Bryce Young, Jalen Milroe, okay? Out of all of those quarterbacks, the one that I think was the best ambassador, and this says a lot, okay? Because those are all outstanding individuals. I think if you had to choose one ambassador for your program, it would be Bryce Young. The guy was exceptional. 4.0 student, very respectful. I mean, the guy was just it, right? Beautiful ball. And I think that, you know, if he would have had some of those rideouts in the past, who knows what he would have done. If his wide receivers would have stayed healthy, who knows what he would have done. But good to see him in the weight room. And Jeffrey Elliott is saying, just hate it for the guy. One of my favorite Bama players ever. They have to improve their O-line and need more playmakers around him 100%. I'm actually really surprised right now. Not that I didn't expect it, but just the kind of the appreciation that you guys have for Bryce. Thank you. Yeah, it's good for him. He comes, I mean, his dad, I mean, man, I just, really hope that things really work out for him. Okay, another quarterback to watch, SMU quarterback commit. And again, at 9 a.m., I have Ty Hayes. Video echoes. Is that when I play like the videos? That's probably because I'm on screen as well. You have Keelon Russell, who is a highly coveted 4-star prospect, who is committed to SMU. He will be taking his official visit from May 31st to June 2nd per his X account. He is ranked as the number 1 quarterback in the nation, according to ESPN. So you have the number 1 quarterback coming into town. I have said this before, okay? Go look up this young man's highlight tape. Keelon Russell. And I think it gives you an idea of the type of quarterback that Coach Kalen DeBoer is recruiting for his system. Chris, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Glenn, thanks for being in again. And 5 Adam, I appreciate you being here. Byron is saying best quarterback Bama ever had. And you know what? I mean, that's a hell of a debate because there's been some amazing quarterbacks here. But I'm just saying, I mean, he was the first guy taken in the NFL draft. The way that he handled himself, his overall playing abilities, man, it's kind of amazing how quick his career went. And all of these guys, right, when they get here, how fast it goes. We could do a whole segment on Bryce, man. Just love that dude. All the quarterbacks here. It's been fun to watch these quarterbacks. And Milroe is writing his own story too. So this Keelon Russell, the young man is elite. He's committed to SMU at this point in time, and you all know how recruiting goes. Go up, down, sideways. You know, players come in, come out. What I like about this particular situation, a couple things. Number one, it gives us an idea of the type of quarterbacks that Kalen DeBoer is recruiting for his organization. And I think he does want an athletic quarterback. I think he wants, he doesn't just want this pocket. I think sometimes when we think Coach Kalen DeBoer, we think of like just a pocket style quarterback. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, you saw how fast Michael Penix was. Now, Penix didn't have to run, but I mean, wasn't he like a 4.4 guy, right? Am I wrong? Wasn't he like a 4.4 guy? So, you get Keelon Russell on campus. And for the first time this May, this June, everything is set up for Coach Kalen DeBoer. He has been in a whirlwind. He's still doing his tour of Yay, Alabama, right? Around the great state of Alabama, meeting with different people. But now everything is at home for Coach Kalen DeBoer. He's established in his house, in his office. The coaches understand which restaurants to go to. You get my drift, right? Take the recruits out to Chuck's, all that stuff. Take some time to get acclimated to that stuff. I think if you're selling Keelon Russell on coming to Alabama, you point to the continued fact that this brand still establishes itself unlike any other brand in college football. This brand is going to get all the eyeballs on you, and though you are going to have to battle for your spot here because there's going to be other talented quarterbacks pushing you every single day, that Coach Keelon DeBoer can develop you at the highest level if you are patient and you buy into his system. It's going to be more challenging than ever for any coach, not only Coach Keelon DeBoer, to continue to maintain players for an extended amount of time because of the transfer portal, because of tampering, unless there are big rules implemented by NCAA or whoever else. But you get a guy like this in, and I think it is an exceptional foundation piece for recruiting. Look, I thought about this yesterday. Coach Keelon DeBoer has already been recruiting 3 different classes, including the transfer portal. You're like 3 different recruiting classes. Well, 2024, he had to close the door, right, on 2024. He did that with Ryan Williams, slam dunk. 2025, that's where he's at right now, battling in the trenches. We're still waiting on the 5-star. I'm sure it'll come at some point in time. And you have 2026. How's he doing in 2026? That's way out. Well, he just got 2 defensive back commitments this past week. And Mo Lindquist and Colin Hitchler are probably a big reason to do with that. So it's been amazing to see kind of the overall recruiting process. But, man, you're off to a really hot start with 2026. Those 2 defensive backs, and I get it. You're like, and they probably, who knows? One of them will probably decommit and then recommit, all that stuff. They're what? Are those kids 16? I have a 15-year-old, you know? This dude's got a good head on his shoulders, but still, I mean, he's, you know, it's a long way away. My point is, if you zoom out and you look at what Coach Keelon DeBoer has done, it's really, really impressive. So Keelon Russell coming in, really excited about what the coaching staff can showcase in May and in June during their football camps, and of course those cookouts that will take place on the back end of July.